Kubolor does not ask for permission. He asks questions that a lot of people are afraid to answer. But today, I'm not afraid to ask him questions, and I'm sure he's also not afraid to give me the answers that I want. So, Wanlov, thank you for the opportunity you gave me.
Yeah, likewise.
Grateful. So, me, I will go straight to the point. Right? At what point for your life will you realize, say, or was there a point in your life that you decided to fit in to society, and then what changed that for you?
I don't know about, I know the time we, like Makini time or like all the way to now. I don't actually remember a time, maybe Boy Scouts,
Okay.
that you wear uniform, or even school that you wear uniform and to fit in somehow. But I was always against that. Since from my second term of Form 1 in SS, I wasn't wearing school uniform anymore. I was always wearing mufti, colored, something. So fitting in, like I've always kind of rebelled against that. However, I was dressing more like how other people were dressing then. I was wearing shoes, socks, shorts, So we can say that was fitting in. But even with that, I was always trying to wear some kind of shoe somebody hasn't seen before, or, some kind of shada which is different, So I've always had this pull, something inside me to always show something different.
So it's not like it's something that's happened or some realization will change them for you. It's something that you did from.
Yes, I've always been kind of anti-uniform.
Okay.
I never liked suits.
Okay.
I never liked dress shoes. The one way you wear your leg in back, if you put plaster for there, like I hated all that stuff. I didn't even like chaliwote. I used to go outside with no shoes on as a child. So my parents would make sure that if I'm leaving the house, I'm wearing my chaliwote. But when I reach outside, I have some cement blocks, and I hide it under the cement block, go and play and come. So if it's something where it did my body, like I always, they won't feel more free. And certain things, like certain kind of uniformity felt very constraining to me. As for what I can call like a big shift or jump from my appearance, because I used to wear shoes, I used to wear trousers, shorts most of the time. But living in LA, California for a year or two and living by the seaside and always being like at the beach, I wasn't wearing shoes too much. Then when all my clothes are dirty, I take it to the laundromat. My shorts and trousers are being washed. I'll just take some cloth to wrap it in the meantime. And I started getting used to that. And then I just stopped wearing, I gave away all my shorts, trousers, and shoes. And I just started wearing what I wear mostly nowadays.
So it's not something to say that you try to be controversial. It's just
No. I was looking for comfort. And it's interesting because it's almost like a cycle.
right.
Like I used to have dreadlocks, or I grew dreadlocks because I hated going to the barber. Like the way they'll line you up like a ohema, they'll put your line at the top of your head like in Kuma. Meanwhile, your hairline is maybe down here small.
And they go back.
Yeah, or braiding my hair too, like the pain of braiding, when braiding was like in fashion. So I did dreadlocks to be free from barbers and salons, right? But after some time, the dreadlocks became the locks. Like I started feeling restricted by dreadlocks. So then I cut my dreadlocks off. So I feel like it's a cycle, because nowadays too, even though I wear wraps most of the time, when I'm going to swim or ride my motorbike or play basketball, I'll wear shorts.
Okay.
Because that's more comfortable during those things. So I'm really looking for comfort and, like an easy way out.
So when people say that you are controversial, do you think that it is them, pushing their fears? Is it their fears that they are trying to push onto you?
Yeah, partly. It's partly that. I think Controversial is also because, you know, our society, we weren't raised to point out the truth going on. If like adults are making a mistake, we will just be quiet and accept that they are right, even though they are wrong.
Yeah.
So the fact that now we are saying, no, this adult is wrong, this thing is right, this like just saying the what you call this thing, the obvious, is controversial. Just stating the obvious.
Okay.
Because it's a family where hey, I had kasa, and you say why, so that somebody can be bullying you and you be suffering in silence, you know. So the fact that we are addressing things out in the open, or we are presenting ourselves a certain way which is seen like something you have to do in secret or whatever, it seems controversial, and it is in if you measure where the society is, it is controversial to this kind of society, but it shouldn't be. It should be a default.
Okay. So I think that with this type of mindset, I see that in your music as well, right? So would you say that you make your music to just disturb the peace, you know, or it's to, because sometimes your music can be very raw and shocking, right? So if someone listen, is it that you want them to get the message that you are giving, or the shock that they are getting from the music itself is the message? If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I think many things happen at the creation, and when people are also like come in contact with whatever the creation is, shock, the shock factor is a way of getting the attention. But then the shock factor is also something that seems controversial because of this, again, because of how the society is defaulted.
Right.
I do it more, it's almost like, let's say you're eating, like you're drinking cocoa,
Okay.
right? Which I don't like. I don't like drinking cocoa in a rubber bag because of like my plastic system. But let's say in the calabash and they've poured sugar. Let's say society is the cocoa and somebody have added sugar and the sugar is sitting at the bottom, right? For me, it's like people are just drinking the cocoa and not taking the sugar as well. So mine is like a mixing. Like I'm mixing it so I can taste everything that's in there. Because people are sectioning things like, oh, this thing, we don't want to talk about it, we don't want to see this. But I'm a mixer. I'm stirring it up.
So what do you think of other musicians that are, afraid to be bold? I will say that you are very bold to be able to mix things up. What do you think about their music? Do you think that music should just be, commercial, just about making money, or?
The way art is, when you start telling art what it should be or an artist what it should be, it goes against the concept, of, may I get something from everybody when I'm listening to people's music, whether I play it myself or I hear it walking somewhere or being somewhere.
Right.
People who don't have to think much about, let's say, the society and just want to make like feel good music, which I also get into sometimes, they probably have more time to develop the musicality of what they're doing, or the rhythm, and so you can always you can always get inspiration from different things that people are doing. Even if it's not my cup of tea, the way they mix sounds good, or the way they color their video, or the way something about the art, you can always pick from it. So I just know what I like and what I don't like to, I check back on it every other, few moments or time passes, just to see where things are evolving to.
All right.
Yeah,
but would you wish that a lot of the musicians are like you? Because, I mean, not like you said, you also have like feel good music and all that. But I think when you mention One Love, we know that, oh, Charlie, activism is, talking about government.
Pennies, you always say pennies.
So, yeah, and all that. So, yeah. Do you think that it should be more like you? Because I think that you are affecting change, right? And just only you, or just, people like yourself can't do all that. Do you think that a lot of people should get involved like that? Or everybody should just do their thing?
Not really. But you see, there's so many like forces and intentions stuck in traffic. Like there's a lot going on. Like I said, art is art. People can express themselves or should express themselves how they want. Somebody who doesn't know how to cope or hasn't been raised or doesn't have the tools to know how to cope with the reaction of their family or their society to how they will present something. There's artists out there who want to present themselves a certain way, but they are worried. Hey, child, this thing they do, like, I want to do something about this or about that, and it will take some people some time to get out. I feel like somebody who broke free from something was Kobna Kobna. I feel like he kind of reinvented himself when he went Sakura and started dressing this more metrosexual way. But people were starting to talk about gay stuff. Why is it? Because you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if those things are bothering you, you can't really express yourself.
Right.
Maybe it's nothing to do with that. It's just moving in a different artistic direction. So there's a lot of people who are afraid of their families or society, And however, there's some people who have very high success. And I've seen that the way they also contribute is by supporting the artists or people that have a message that they agree with, but they are not brave enough to voice out,
Right.
I've seen that too.
You mentioned Kobna Kobna, and his dress style right now, his expression. When we talk about masculinity, what does it mean to you? I mean, you being someone who is outspoken, and is fighting for equal rights, people being free to do whatever they want to do. I'm asking on the basis of that. I mean, when it comes to masculinity and how people define it in our society and all that, how would you define it to be like?
Yeah, I went into the bathroom once in Berlin at a Frafra lady shop. Fatia, she's in Berlin. It's an African shop. And I went to the bathroom to pee, and there was a sign over the toilet, and it says, if you can't hold up the seat and wipe and clean after yourself, then sit down to pee, whether you're a man or a woman. And there's this whole concept that a man there, you have to stand up. You can't be sitting down to just urinate unless you're doing something else that you sit down, right? But I was thinking about it like, if like sometimes you wake up in the night, you're feeling sleepy, and you go to the bathroom that you're going to pee, before, instead of raising the thing and not seeing where you're about to pee, you just sit down and pee and get up and go.
Yeah.
But because of masculinity, you have imprisoned yourself to stand and be there. Here, you pee on your leg, you pee on the toilet. This thing. Because of masculinity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I find time to look at these things and see how they are imprisoning me. Because I told you the basis of my presentation and my topics is all about feeling free, feeling comfortable. And so I'm looking for that comfort, and then I'm trying to spread the word about that comfort to other people, because I feel like the more people around us are comfortable, the more we ourselves are even more comfortable. We'll all be looking out for each other, So masculinity, I have this line in one song, Human Rights, produced by DJ Fui, featuring Agove Crapo, and the line is, I sit to pee, masculinity be shit to me. Refuse to plead with those who want me to bleed. You stink of greed, we smell of good vibes and weed. Let me proceed to give you all what you need, moving like tourists, like you don't have a stake in the forest. The poorest of the poorestest will soon become the lawless. Won't be a flawless victory, but one nevertheless. When you could have done so little, you chose to do even more less.
Yeah.
So that line starts with the masculinity thing. I sit to pee, masculinity be shit to me. So it's like, if I don't announce that masculinity, I don't find it important, then I won't really apply it, in my life. And then the second verse starts, I wear a skirt, a huge watermelon on my shirt.
Okay.
I came to fuck, in case you think I'm here to flirt. So it's like, I'm here about business. I'm not here to like, Charlie, you know. But again, I'm starting the line at addressing masculinity again by just stating that I wear a skirt. So I feel like masculinity is something that
we have just
yeah,
programmed for
I mean, like
ourselves.
my father has very, and sometimes I see it when I'm hanging out, like, my father has very effeminate gestures that he does with his hands. When he's holding something, sometimes his hand will be like this, it's like this.
Yeah.
But I've never seen him, you know, in a same-sex relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that alone, like in these times, if somebody like that is there, like he feels like doing this, or I'm wearing this, and I'm doing my hand like this, somebody will be there like, hey, a man doesn't do that. That's a masculinity trap.
Right.
Because what's the meaning of that? You know, you don't know what my bedroom antics are with the kind of people, but just because of something that's masculine or feminine.
Yeah. Just box you.
Yeah, so I try to show the world by expressing myself in things that I discover about myself. I put it out there, and then some people pick from that, you know, and they're either inspired or entertained.
So, I mean, we are in Ghana, right? And
Teshi.
we are in Teshi right now. I've seen how you like being in
This is
Ghana.
a favorite place for Bolt and Uber drivers, Teshi. They love coming there.
I've heard stories.
Oh, okay. Nice one.
And I see that you love Ghana. You are very patriotic. But at the same time, yeah, again, in your music and even in your statements, I see that you bash.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah, I think we confuse the word love with loyalty.
Okay.
Love is bigger than loyalty. Loyalty is just for survival. Love is for thriving.
Right.
So if you're in a relationship with someone and they're fucking up, like maybe they're going too much into alcohol or they're doing something and you can't tell them that what they're doing is bad, that it will end them up in something, then you don't love them enough. You rather fear them, or you don't love them enough to tell them the truth, to direct them on the right path. So to me, anybody who is criticizing the system I feel like it's out of love, because the blowback, you know, and the last back, the feedback that you get from people, you know, is quite negative. And love is the only thing that, you know, you pursue, I feel like, you feed into even when you are suffering or even when people are not accepting what you're saying. So I feel like it's actually true love when you are saying things that, you know, because for example, right now, I'm speaking a lot about Galamsey, right? And of course, I understand the reality, I understand the poverty, I understand what kind of education we have as a society. And so I know that we can't just go and just bend the Changfangs and the Caterpillars and stop doing Galamsey when people are making thousands of CDs a week. And there's no job, there's no job that can do that. So I also I'm telling the government that they need to put like things in place where Denmark students are paid to go to school. People, and they are supported with their rent, everything. The government takes care of all those things. Because the politicians are not embezzling more than 10% of the GDP. Here, they are embezzling 100+%. They are even chopping into our money with e-levy and all these other things. Apart from blowing the money that is our tax money, they are also collecting different wankra and people's pensions on top. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the highest form of sakawa if you think about it. Self-sack. And so, for me, it's like I'm addressing these things because if Galamsey continues as it is, in 5 years' time, we won't have any water in Ghana, any drinkable water. You see? And I'm doing that because, you know, I love being in Ghana. This is where I've spent most of my life. And I feel most at home here. But I'm planning on moving to Togo.
Why though?
If they don't stop this Galamsey, they'll be Charlie. The water is scarce now, everywhere.
Serious.
Water is scarce. The Wager crash started getting brown. If you go to Joma, the water started getting brown, so. And if you listen to my album, Orange Card, which is almost 10 years old, the whole album is themed on Galamsey. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, but we are thinking about, it's the other side crowd of things is that what the politicians are doing to us, education-wise and civil-wise, like as citizens, the way our roads should be good, because ambulances should be affordable and available, schools should be affordable, sanitary, those kind of things that are all basa. If you look at it, it's a form of structural Galamsey. They are spoiling our environment. The roads are fucked up. There's pots. When it rains, the same potholes you see with full of water, it's the same way you see the forest with the Galamsey. So they have been doing Galamsey in the cities to the citizens on our minds.
Different forms, yeah.
Yeah, it's happening to us. So what is happening in the forest is a reflection of what has been happening to us in the cities. It's just we are transferring it because we are suffering here. So we are transferring the suffering to the forest and to the water. And that water is now going to poison us. So they think this Galamsey is a separate thing, but it's one thing. Psychic, spiritual Galamsey is happening to us from the religion side and from the way we are being gaslit by the government. And then the way they are chopping money and not providing things in neighborhoods, public toilets, affordable housing, and it's making us live chaka. That's Galamsey.
I mean, I've not thought of it like that. I mean, that's deep. It means that we'll be lying to ourselves all this while. What's the biggest lie you think a Ghanaian or Ghanaians normally say?
The biggest lie?
Yes, that you've heard.
Don't worry. If you hear don't worry, don't start.
You worry.
Set your timer and start. Oh, don't worry. Just here. Just here, not worry. Not worry, lazy. Serious, don't worry. Hey, if you hear that word.
So do you
but
think
I don't see us, your guy, they step on the
level
right. He said don't worry.
Don't worry, but it is spoiler.
But it is step top.
Practical, I'm gonna catch you.
Okay. That be the word, don't worry. That's one of the fearful words. People
and for me, people they talk say Ghanaians be very hospitable. Do you believe that? For me, I don't.
Yes, I understand why you're saying you don't because you have seen beyond. The thing is that poverty makes us cunning. So you tolerate somebody for as much as you haven't yet figured out what you can benefit from them.
Right.
As soon as you see that the person can't help you, you can even start insulting them and sacking them because defaultly we are angry by default.
Okay.
Because any small fight with the Uber driver, taxi driver, the person will turn to Incredible Hulk. Charlie, full 1,000% anger.
It's coming from somewhere.
It's there. We have packed it down.
Yeah.
That's part of the poison of the spiritual Galamsey. It's just useless anger, which we can even do something and regret seriously within the next few minutes.
As we come safe, we talk about for the car inside. Some lady will shoot some Uber driver for the Kaswa Highway.
Picture or picture?
No, shoot them. Like two, if I like two.
She from in car or what?
From in car way, it be like them get arguments.
Ghana change, eh?
So that the time when people say, I sure say the woman will be correct. Because what will lead to that?
But it shoot the guy.
It should kill him. It's, I think last week or last 2 weeks. It's been in the news.
Hey.
Just like that. Charles. Why will you just, get to that level where you just need to, is it over change or what? I mean, so yeah.
No, people ball, but we they laugh because one of the main thing for one of mine is that if like we date town or something where we see or Twitter or TikTok where we see say some bro they do some bro something where we always talk like it be me like this person we are going to make it bring camera top we dey wait for that moment to release the things we pack for on our inside. Why you did there, you dey look for matter.
Right.
You don't know the outcome, what will happen at the end of that thing, but you dey look for a way to release them.
Same thing that we dey talk, you know. Because I was telling my guy, so growing up, I said, yeah, go buy a gun one day. But right now, I'm like, no, why should you even, you know, get a gun in the first place? To what point? If you shoot the person away, die, you figure, say, you know.
Well, you don't know the way go even hunt yourself.
Yeah.
Because the family will come to your gates.
You know. Okay, so do you think as Ghanaians, you know, with all that we've said, are we afraid of the chaos, or we are afraid of justice?
I don't think we are afraid of the chaos because we are in the chaos. This is the chaos. I think we are afraid of justice because as we know now that justice is
Can be bought.
fickle, it's for sale,
Sure.
we are not afraid of it, or we are afraid of it only when we are in the wrong. But we feel like we want to be in a position to where we can own justice. That's the Ghanaians, like the average Ghanaian wants a Land Cruiser,
Right.
some mansion in Trasaco or some place, some police escort. Everybody wants police escort. Everybody wants to move like an MP, basically.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we are afraid of justice, or we are afraid to prosecute those who we see as unjust because our ambition is to be in those positions, because we can't imagine a fair future. We can't imagine a socialist future because that hasn't been taught to us in schools or in treatment. You know, like even in, like my sister went to some boarding school in the mountains, in Brist, Mampong side. And when she went to Form 1, one of the items she paid for was school sweater, 35 cedis at the time, right? And the mountain is very cold. So when you're doing prep in the night, you have to wear this sweater to be able to keep warm. She didn't get the sweater till she finished the school. She still hasn't got the sweater. And anytime she wore her own sweater, she got punished. So now, all the abacus and all the counters and everything that she went to learn, no, the main lesson is that if you are in a position of power, you don't have to be responsible or accountable
Right.
to the people you are supposed to be serving. Because you go to them that, please, my sweater, they'll tell her to leave the office, it's not there, red. So she will now reach a certain position where she can take some money meant for taxpayers and chop it and just be there. Because that's the example she saw. When you're in power, this is what you have to, this is what you do. You see what I'm saying? So we haven't seen the example, and it's also by design. We are not allowed access to TV shows, to entertainment and education that
Even travel to.
that makes us, like just showing a documentary on Rwanda, how they are anti-plastic and how it has helped them. Showing a documentary on Denmark, how paying their taxes has benefited them in their hospitals, in their schooling, in their road systems. We are not showing, that for people to aspire to that. The people in positions that allow these programs to be on air, that have the power, want to maintain this. They want to feel like how the colonial master felt when they are sitting on their horse or in their car, those times, and looking down on the Africans walking by the roadside. That's why somebody in a big car, when they are branching into a smaller junction and you are crossing the road, they'll blow on that. You have to stop and walk back. Because that's how the white people were moving. When they are coming, you are scattering out of the way like cockroach. And we have maintained that attitude instead of respecting that this human being is more valuable than this car I'm driving. So I have to stop and let them finish passing. And whatever car is behind me coming also has to wait for a human being to finish crossing. We don't have that education. We are living in like the post-colonial trauma.
And the cycle keeps continuing.
And so people feel good when they've bought some latest car and they're passing by and they see you outside hustling. They just feel better about themselves.
feel they are better than you.
Yes, and that's what we inherited.
How do you think we can stop all this? Because from what you said, it's something that is passing on, you know.
Yeah, there's the main way to interrupt this. The main fastest way will be through appointing people. If like the people in power who really want this to happen, to appoint the people who have this knowledge, who are building these systems of social systems, these systems of respect, these systems of inclusivity. But that's a miracle. That's unless you kidnap the
seen
government.
people who promised, oh, Charlie, myself, I think I'm a certain way, but I don't know if I can promise to be the same because I've seen people who, before
No.
they,
The
they got
system
into
shapes
power,
you. The system shapes you
A
because
Plus recently was saying that, you know how A Plus has been even before entering Parliament, and now he's saying he didn't know that Parliament was like this. Before he was saying a lot of rubbish, and now he's realized that even to construct road for his people, it needs to go through process. And if people understood that, they'll have patience for. And before he got into
you
Parliament,
didn't have patience. Yes.
you know,
So that's it. You can't go inside there and fix it from there because once you go inside there, you'll be enjoying. Then you'll be buying. That's why I say patience. Because the more patience, the more the aircon will be passing on him.
make you no worry.
Yeah, don't worry. You see that too. So yeah. I think, but the number one way, there's a book by Ayikoyama called Osiris Rising.
That's what.
And Osiris, let me see why this child is crying. See, sir. Oh, Maba. Baby cool. You know but he alone they work.
I don't know.
Oh, time when you make you hold on me. Eh? Oh. Oh. She go allow me you carry
You don't
am
want
go.
go.
Oh,
30
sorry.
Okay. Can walk.
You tired? When the sun they beat down. But the book I they talk about, Osiris Rising, Ayikoyama has created a fictional syllabus which Africans need to ingest into the schooling curriculum for Africa to come out of this being behind of Europe psychologically, being behind of the rest of the world. 75% the curriculum, no, 25% be world affairs. That's beyond Africa, Europe, China, Americas. That be 25%. 75%, 25 be African literature, 25 be African history, 25 to be, I forget the particular topic. But then the languages they go teach in will be local African language. They go teach science, physics, mathematics, everything for local languages inside. Where in this story, as this they happen, then the schools in the bigger cities, they reject the curriculum because of the language they for speak and something. So you go village, where you start they do this curriculum for the small schools where they don't really get resources. They give them small resources where they teach the kiddies in curriculum. When those kiddies start excel past the kiddies where they did the cities.
Wow.
Where now the secondary schools start take interest, where they adopt the curriculum. Now, as the curriculum for go university level, no, the people where they be professors for there, some brother they study British history. So in job,
You will be out of job,
So
yeah.
if you go learn, if you want come back, come teach.
Right.
So these people come together, go talk with the government, take section this guy to one side. That be the kind of thing we deal with. But no matter what, if we start from the kiddies them aside, that be the sure way, the by force way today, where some kind of government will come in to see what I already do. You see why they talk? Now, the kind of things they talk about, the things they talk about on TV, they expose a lot of colonial things where they go on. They teach them the history, then why now they for move this way. So the country comes to us here.
Yeah, amazingly, then they support them.
Then they support them.
So
because they still say it to them are benefits. You see why they talk?
Yeah.
But here, no, most politicians, they still say, no, this person, they look out for. You see what your guy talk. They say, oh, patience. He understands now. How? How do you understand now? The same sand way it kill Ebony, the next week that sand kill another 7 people for trot inside. They don't move that sand. So what be the patience? What be the patience? Because that sand, if the patience they give away, it can't kill another 7 people. So what be the patience you they talk about? You know?
Yeah.
So it be the kiddies, Charlie. That be the way.
Have you got into
My kiddies they
trouble?
wait for me.
We go wrap up right now then. Have you got into trouble, being very vocal, active?
I won't say trouble, but I feel like the people who don't know my intentions or who have been told, given like the wrong perception of me or have a wrong perception of me, they try to section my, my visibility or my reach. They don't try, even when they're feeling something, they don't really acknowledge it. Like I just put out something about a small address to Mahama, President Mahama. When I'm talking about Galamsey, I'm talking about the youth. It's a wholesome message. It's not like some one-sided or partisan thing or whatever. It's just about us as Ghanaians, right?
Right.
A lot of people have come to comment and like, and this is so cool. But certain ones that have come and commented, have seen the ones that have reposted. Like somebody like Medical has felt the message and reposted the thing. But there's other musicians, I'm not going to mention their names. But they have come, oh, this is great. But they don't want to give me that next exposure into their realm. Because there's also that somebody will feel like, okay, you use this rhythm and you just sang about anything. But this person has used this rhythm to talk about something that's even going to benefit you yourself. And so people don't like that. They don't want that feeling of, they just don't like that. They'll rather suffer and enjoy in their suffering.
They want to be like a nice person.
Instead of you and them enjoying, they will like enjoying in their own suffering and setting your suffering to be more than their own. Once their suffering is less than your own, they are okay. But meanwhile, we can all enjoy together. Yeah, so it's like that though.
So before we wrap up, I've been a fan of yourself and Mensa. I've loved Cause of Money.
Me too.
Coming together with him, what would you say you've learned? Brotherhood, being in a group, and all that. What have you learned from Mensa?
I've learned how to be like I'm learning how to be a better family man.
Okay.
From Mensa, he's really hands-on, with his daughters and the way, like me, I didn't grow up thinking of birthdays and these kind of things, that
normal day.
Yeah, the youth take, the children take important. So I'm trying that of course, on top of that to be my most mischievous self. Because with Mensa, like when we are together,
mischief.
Yeah, when we are together, like anybody, like when we are talking about even let's say Donald Trump or Zelensky, or we are talking about whoever, the places we go in our conversations, when people are privy to those things, they'll see that we are not correct at all. And I like that about being with Mensa. He really is somebody that I really get, and he really gets me. And so when we come together, we amplify a different kind of energy. So, of course, his writing ability is very inspiring to me. We're always in some kind of silent, non-competitive competition.
Okay.
We always want to do something that the other one will say, wow, Charlie, yeah, that'd be crazy. Hey, you want to be like,
Yeah.
We're always trying to just inspire each other in that way. So his writing really inspires me. And of course, I've become a better music producer too, because and mixer, engineer, because of being with Mensa, moving with him, observing his movements. He's also a good farmer for something I like.
I can imagine.
We just spoke right now, a few hours ago, and he told me that there's a few plants in the studio growing. They are growing there.
Okay.
And so very soon I'll meet him. I'll meet him in March.
So you can harvest.
So I can enjoy some.
The two of you, fucking boys.
Yeah.
If fucking boys could, let's say it was a political party, what do you think your slogan would be?
just do the fucking thing. Or still fucking. But I think just do the fucking
Wait,
thing.
still fucking as in continuous fucking or still?
Still, like, continuous. Like, there's a Wache place behind the GRA at Overhead Bridge. Still Rukaya.
Okay.
The Wache joint. She's still Rukaya, no matter what. Still fucking. No, but I think just do the fucking thing, because it's like your guy said that you have to have patience when you're in power, right? But ours is just do the fucking thing. Like, I like, like when they came, the people, when they want to do something, they do it, Charlie. The levy, we didn't want it, they passed it. These roads here at Labadi, because of one or two things, as soon as they said they would do the Labadi roads, they did it,
Yeah.
They can do things overnight, but people are chopping, Charlie. People are wasting.
What would you say that people will be surprised to know about you?
People will be surprised to know.
Yeah.
I don't know. People will be surprised to know.
Or shocked to know this about Wanlov.
I used to drive Sam Crunchy Ankara.
Okay.
I was his driver
Wow.
for a few weeks or so.
For a few weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. What, you went to be
After church,
employed?
I was driving him.
Okay.
Like, my father made me drive him around for his rounds.
I
So I
see.
know some of his secrets.
So what would you want to be remembered for? If your music is no more, if Wanlov is no
But who
more.
should remember? Because in 200 years,
I mean, if you want to be remembered, what will it be for?
a lover of Alansan. He loved Alansan so much. Agbalumo.
Okay, so
And he practiced his kissing by drinking orange.
message to the young ones coming. Do you think they should be activists like you? I mean, what will you tell the young people before we leave?
Hey,
I don't want to say advice because I have seen that you've been asked for advice and the answer you gave. So this one, what will you tell young people?
all I tell them.
Yes.
I think we are more connected to the world and our environment than we think, and it manifests itself in like this voice you hear in your head. And it's good practice to listen to that voice, if especially if it's not something to do with harming yourself or others. But I feel like the voice in our head, I haven't yet mastered how to listen to it. Sometimes I don't, and I regret. Like you're leaving the house, somebody say, just take this brush. I see a brush, like a something brush. Then I'm somewhere, somebody asks, do you have a brush? Does anybody have a brush? I'm like, somebody was telling me I should just pick this thing from the house, and I didn't do it.
Right.
I feel like we need to master listening to our inner voices and discerning what is, just mastering that and seeing how things turn out and just becoming more good at that, because I think those instincts are what will save us, That's what I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would have explored more, but
Yes. Sorry.
I know we are in a
More
hurry.
time. More time.
Thank you very much.
Another time we go fit do am. Thanks, Charlie.
One love.
Big up.
Ah.
Kubolor, la. Charlie, what happened? This is Wanlov the Kubolor, and this be Read Stories by King Jidu on YouTube. Vimin Jim.